Hey guys, today I did a makeup tutorial on this look. It's kind of a lot of makeup. It's a lot more than I would typically wear during the daytime, but I think it's perfect for going out at night. It's a really dramatic bronze smoky eye, or at least I think this is dramatic. I'm really shy to put up dramatic makeup looks because that's just not really my thing. I think you guys know that I'm really into just like simple, wearable looks, but you guys have been asking for some more dramatic looks, and I got some new shadows from ColourPop that I really wanted to play around with. It's definitely dramatic to me, so I hope you guys like this tutorial. I'm actually really happy with the way that this whole thing came out, so I hope you guys like it too, and I will talk to you when the tutorial is done. I'm going to start off with primer. Today I'm going to be using Angel Veil by NYX. Just a small amount of this because if you use too much, I do find that it can kind of leave a little bit of a white cast. So I'm just working a small bead of this into the parts of my face that get oily, which is the T-zone for me and the inner part of my cheeks. Underneath my eyes, I'm going to take some of Bare Minerals Well Rested Face and Eye Brightener. I'm just going to put this under my eyes. It gives a nice brightening effect, and in result, you have to wear less concealer underneath your eyes, so I like it a lot. And I'm just going to blend it out with my fingers. For foundation, I'm going to use some of the IT Cosmetics CC Plus. This one is not the illuminating one. This is just the regular version. I just took a small bead of it. I'm going to apply it all over my entire face. And I'm going to blend it out with my fingers because I find that's how I get the best results from this. The CC cream does have a physical SPF of 50, so as you guys can tell, it gives me a slight white cast to my skin, but I can fix that with powder and bronzer. So if you have the stuff and you notice that you get a little bit of a white cast, you can fix it with some powder and bronzer. I'm going to prime my eyes for shadow. I'm going to be using my favorite eyeshadow primer, and it's by Lorac. It is the Behind the Scenes Eye Primer. And I'm just going to place this on both of my eyelids as well as my lower lash line because we will be placing shadow down there as well. I'm going to take a little bit of concealer and put that right on top of the primer just to even out my eyelids so that the shadows show up as bright as possible. Because Lorac Behind the Scenes is a translucent primer, so you can still see your eyelids underneath it, and I think that this is nice just because it gives you a completely blank canvas. And then I'm setting the concealer with some face powder on a, let's see, Max Coverage concealer brush. This one is from Bare Minerals, and I'm just putting a little bit of powder down, that way all of the shadows blend out nice and even. I'm going to start off with a transition shade. This one is by Anastasia, and it is in the shade Macchiato. I'm going to pick this up on a Morphe MB23. It's a big fluffy brush, and I'm just going to place this into the creases of my eye. And right on top of that, we're going to go in with Espresso. This is also from Anastasia. We're going to go in on the same Morphe brush and just place that a little bit lower. So instead of bringing it, you guys can see Macchiato is brought all the way up here. I'm going to keep Espresso right in the socket of the eye. And I'm just going to hold it like this and work with it like this rather than kind of, you know, swirling it everywhere. So just going to pop that right in the crease. Now I'm going to mix two eyeshadows together. These are both from ColourPop. This one right here is called Snakebite, and this one is Hot Tamale. And because of the, because of the way these shadows are formulated, they mix together really well. So all I'm going to do is take a chunk of Snakebite out, just pick it up on a brush, and it'll kind of come out like a moussey, fluffy texture. And I'm going to put it on the back of my hand. Alright, so there's Snakebite right there, and then there's Hot Tamale. I put the crumbles on the back, and then mixed together they turn into this deep red bronze shade. Get up on the back of my, well, with my fingertip, and apply this all over the lid. Just pressing and blending as you press it in with your fingertip. Oh, and if I didn't say this already, I'm just keeping it on my lid. Now I'm gonna go in with the Anastasia Artist Palette, and I'm gonna take this shade right here. It's called Baby I'm a Star. I'm picking this up on a Heavenly Luxe shadow brush from IT Cosmetics, and I'm just gonna pick this color up on the top of the bristles and apply this to the outer corner of my eye. Just like lightly pressing it and not bringing it too far on the lid. I really just want to keep this on the outer. Not really moving the color around. I'm just pressing it into the outer corner and blending it out there rather than, you know, dragging it all over the entire lid. You really just want to keep this to define that outer corner. Going back in with the Anastasia Artist Palette, I'm going to take the shade Buttery on a Morphe M433 and apply that as my highlight. So just right under the brow bone. Now I'm going to do concealer. I'm going to be using Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. This is in the shade Medium. And I'm going to pick this up again on the Max Coverage Concealer Brush from Bare Minerals. And I'm going to put this right under my eyes. On the center of my nose. And I'm going to blend all of this out with my Beauty Blender. To set my face, I'm going to use the Kogan Natural Lighting Powder and the IT Cosmetics giant brush with no name. This big IT Cosmetics brush. So I'm just going to press this into my skin. And the powder doesn't have a shade on it either, so I don't know. It might just all be one universal shade. Then I'm going to contour my face just a little bit. So I'm going to use the Anastasia powder in Fawn on the Hair and Makeup Addiction brush called the Blusher, but I'm going to use it for contouring. So I'm just going to lightly contour around my hairline. I'm going to do the sides of my nose to give my nose a little bit of definition. And I'm going to go right under my cheekbones. Now I'm going to get started on my lower lash line. I'm going to go back in with the shade Fawn from Anastasia, and I'm going to pick this up on the IT Cosmetics smudge brush, and I'm going to put this on my lower lash line all the way from the outer corner to the inner corner. And then I'm going to go back in with that Hot Tamale shade from ColourPop, again on the IT Cosmetics smudger brush, and I'm just going to pick this up a really tiny amount on the tops of the bristles, and I'm going to apply this to the outer corner of the eye. Just kind of smudging. I'm going to finish off the rest of the face. I'm going to bronze up my skin with this bronzer from Dermablend, and it is in the shade Bronze Camo. I'm going to pick this up on a Morphe M402. And it's not completely matte, and it's really warm. If you don't apply it carefully, it can get kind of shiny. It doesn't have a crazy amount of shine in it or anything, but it can make you look a little bit too shiny. So I like to just kind of apply this all over the face, but lightly. And I'm gonna do one more layer because I love bronzer and looking super tan. For blush, I'm going to use this one by Bare Minerals. It's called the Natural High. It's a really pretty illuminating pink. It's got some gold in it, quite similar to NARS Orgasm, but slightly different. And I'm going to pick it up on a Jenny Pattinkin cheek brush. This is my favorite blush brush. It just gives you the right amount of color. It's nice and sheer, but you can build up. This blush is just a really cute pink. There's not really another way to describe it other than a cute pink. Now I'm gonna highlight the face. I'm gonna use Mary Lou Manizer from the Balm, and I'm gonna pick it up on this little tiny mini Bare Minerals brush, and I'm just going to apply the highlight to the high points of my face. The usual. So I did my brows, and now we're gonna finish off with the face. I'm gonna tightline, and for tightlining, I'm gonna use the IT Cosmetics No Tug Waterproof Gel Eyeliner, and I'm just gonna tightline my eyes. I'm gonna do a coat of waterproof mascara. This one's from Maybelline. It's the Rocket, and I'm gonna And for my bottom lashes, I'm going to use the Eyeko Lengthening Skinny Brush Mascara, and this just makes my bottom lashes look nice and long. So I'm just going to apply this to the bottom ones. I'm going to pop on a pair of lashes. These are the Salon Perfect Perfectly Glamorous Demi Wispies in black. There you go. You can see them now. And I need to hide the band, so I'm going to take the Eyeko Skinny Liquid Liner, and I'm going to I'm just going to run this right on top of the band, not above it or anything. I just want to hide the band in the glue. I'm not going to do a wing or anything either. I'm just going to lightly press it on top of the band. I'm going to line my lips with a pencil. This is Whirl from MAC. And I'm just going to give myself a little bit of shape. And for my lip color, I'm going to take the ColourPop Ultra Matte Lip. This one is in the shade Brownie. And I'm going to put this all over my lips. This is one of my favorites. You guys probably can't understand me. This is one of my favorites from the collection. And then I want a little bit of a gloss, so I'm going to use this one from Soap & Glory. It's their Pillow Plump XXL, and it's just a clear plumping gloss, but I'm just going to use a tiny bit. Oh, and it has a little bit of a shimmer to it, but it's mostly clear. Alright guys, and this is the finished look. I have no idea what I'm going to call this makeup tutorial. I hope you found this tutorial helpful. I will try to have all of the products directly linked down below in the description box. If you have any questions about anything, then leave some comments down below. Leave some comments down below just so that we can talk to each other. And come follow me on Twitter and on Instagram. I'll have both of those down below as well. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.